It's a pleasure to be joined by Christina from BT and Matt from InLinkUK. Now, Christina, tell me a little bit about why BT have embarked on this journey.
It's a really exciting journey for us, and fundamentally we have tons of assets on the streets of the UK. And we've been looking at how do we make our cities smarter, and how do we take our assets, for example, our traditional payphones, into the future and shape the future of the UK. So we were looking at what else had been done on the globe already, and Link New York City was a proposition that we were particularly interested in because it was an out-of-home asset that people actually engage with. They have fantastically fast Wi-Fi, they can charge their phones, they can make phone calls, and we thought that's fantastic. And for brands, it allows an engagement destination. And we said that's the one. Fantastic solution also to look at smart cities of the future, and I'm sure, as Matt will tell you, it's modular, so it's really saying actually let's look forward today and see what users want today, but equally let's invest in something that can shape as user behavior changes over time.
And Matt, this might be a question for you, or perhaps even both of you, but I mean, everyone has mobile phones, so why do we even sort of need street infrastructure offering these services?
Let me take that one. So, I mean, if you look at some of the Ofcom data, we know that pretty much everybody's got a mobile phone now. So absolutely right, there are lots out there. Even the data shows that in the younger generation, it's even higher penetration. Like 98% of 16 to 24-year-olds have got a mobile device. They are online, they are connected. But with that comes an expectation. They expect to be able to get online anywhere. And to do that, you need to have connectivity or enable that everywhere. It used to be that people used to predominantly use their mobile device, fixed line. They used to use it at home and at a place of work, and a small bit outside. That's changing, it's shifting. That outside use is now increasing, so a lot greater percentage of time is being used outdoors. We offer our services outdoors, in busy locations, in big cities. It's where mobile networks can struggle a little bit because they've got to get signal around big tall buildings, and big densities of people make it very, very difficult. Whereas we can actually offer a service in the street that is super fast, free, and unlimited. So we're actually filling a gap there. So just because you've got a mobile device doesn't mean that you can't use it on the InLinks and the Wi-Fi that's there. Also, not everybody's got data bundles or call bundles that they can utilize freely. People who visit, roaming, they need to be able to have access or want to have access freely, and that encourages and helps our overall economy. So we can offer that to them as well.
So how do you see the product developing? Where is it going from here?
I think there's a few different directions we're going to change. I think there's some near term, there's some good accessibility, additional things. We think it's probably one of the best accessible products out on the streets today already, but we can take it even further. So we were investing back into the product, a lot of new accessibility features coming, so more about that later on.
Excellent.
But we've also going to take it on there as well, and some of the actual sensors that we're putting into these. So we talked about some of the modularity and some of the future capability. So think air quality. So we can have thousands of these InLinks across the country, therefore we've got thousands of data points where we can actually measure air quality and use the screens to actually change end users' behaviour. We can free this data up and offer it back to councils to make more informed decisions.
Excellent. And Christina, what kind of opportunities do you see for advertisers and brands here?
Well, if you look at how advertisers and brands want to engage with consumers when they're out and about, at the moment there's not that much engagement. I mean, you'll get bus shelters, which is a good starter for 10, but actually InLink is that real closeness and connection with people, providing actual value that gets them to engage with the device. So I think things are changing. It's no longer about ad blindness and just passing advertising on the go. It's that real engagement. And indeed, we're looking at future models whereby potentially there might be special offers that can be on the InLink, for example, for a cafe around the corner, and then actually get a discount voucher to take you to actually drive purchase immediately thereafter. So it's a really intelligent, data-driven advertising solution.
Fantastic. And then perhaps just in one sentence to sum up from each of you, what are the aspirations for this venture in the near future?
Well, BT wants to use the power of communication to make a better world, and that's fundamentally what this is for us. It's, for example, it's got charity panels on it, connecting really vulnerable people to charities, and it can do that because it's funded through advertising, and hence, we're able to make it free. And I think the aspiration for us is to use it as smart cities as they go forward, and to change over time and provide something invaluable to advertisers and to consumers alike.
Great. And Matt, bring us to a close. Aspirations from you?
Yeah, we want the product the presence in communities to make a really positive difference. From everything we've talked about here already, we really want to make the content that's on the screens that we create ourselves. This is not just advertising. That gets noticed more, as you've said. So we really want this to make a really positive difference. So the more we have in the more locations, in the right locations, will make that positive difference we get out of bed for.
Great. Matt, Christina, thank you very much for coming by at the studio.
Thank you very much.